In this short video, I will just show you how we can create agents. As I said before, agents are basically the monitors that track your data content. So if you're looking at monitoring a SQL database or a CSV file or an XML file, you have to set up your agent to do this. To create a new agent, simply go to the Agents interface and create a new agent. The new agent interface lists all the possible options for creating a new type of monitor. So we can start with identifier, and in this small example I'm just going to connect to a database to load data from a table. Let's say database test. The title will be database test as well, and if you want you can have a short description just for your internal use. The first important property that we need to define regarding the agents is the channeling. So we can have several types of scheduling, and this defines how the agents work. So if you say that there's no scheduling, this means that the agent will process data that it receives via push. So a sample scenario of this could be either you have a repository on GitHub, and every time you do a new commit or you create a new issue, you push this data into the platform. And what happens is the agent will process that data as soon as it arrives, triggering the integration. So imagine that you can have any kind of webhook connected to the ARiiP platform. The second type of agents are remote agents, and this means that the agent runs locally on your machine. So you can download all the agent configuration properties and execute it directly into your machine to monitor private databases or private files all inside your network. And then we have the regular agents that access any kind of content, and that can be with different schedules, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, every 30 minutes, every hour, every day, every week. Okay, so let's use this in 5 minutes basis. So the second property that you can configure are the publishers. The publishers define what is the data format that you are tracking. So you can track SQL databases, you can track CSV files, you can track XML files, or you can track JSON files. Each kind of publisher will have a different set of properties, as you can see in here. There are a few common properties though. First is the cache property. The cache property defines what will be the entry that will be used to verify if the content is new. So let's say if you're tracking content from a CSV file, you have to specify the column number for the cache. This means that every time the agent monitors your content, it will look for the data in this column to verify if it has already seen the row or not. So if you go to the XML publisher, the cache will have to be an XPath, like a link. Or if you go to JSON publisher, it will have to be a JSON path. And if you go to SQL, the cache will be the name of a variable on your SQL query results. The second property that's also very important are the selectors. Selectors specify the data extraction that you are performing, and that will be moved along to endpoints. So if you want to you can add any number of selectors, and you can do this by simply adding any kind of key value pairs. The keys are the names of the variables that will be moved along to the endpoints, and the values correspond to the names of the properties regarding your publisher. So if you are looking into a SQL database or a SQL agent, you have to specify column names. If you're looking into an XML file, the value will have to be XPath queries. If you're looking into a CSV file, the value will have to be column numbers. So I'll just give a quick example of a MySQL agent, and you can specify MySQL as sports quiz database. This will run locally, so this is on localhost. The port for MySQL is 5432. Database can be daring, username daring, password daring, and the query is select everything from posts. For the cache item, and I reinforce this, the cache property is the one that defines if the data has been seen before or not. If you don't specify a cache property, what the system will do is it will create an hash for the entire raw data. So if our data has been updated, the hash will be different, and we will process the integrations accordingly. So for the cache, we'll see the ID, and then for the selectors, we have the title, valid title. We have the URL. In this case, all the properties match the column names, but this can be done differently. And the author. And now we just have to create. And here is our own new agent. On the left, you can see the number of events that were detected for this agent, the scheduling that this agent performs, and what kind of agent it is. And now if you go to your agent's dashboard, you can see the new agent working here. To start this process, you can also add a sample agent. We have sample agents for miscellaneous configuration properties, and I'm just going to add an XML agent. Just click the add button, and the new XML agent has been created. You can see here all the properties are already fulfilled and specifying how to extract the data. I'm just going to edit this. I'm going to say that I want to move the scheduling to be faster every 5 minutes, and that's it. So this covers the basics of agents.